Not a good night for whores. Am I wrong? I mean...
Bill, what happens if you have to pee on Club Random?
Oh.
He's a fake.
You just hold it. No. Go ahead.
I can't hold it any longer.
No, I'll wait.
Hold that thought. It's right here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, right there.
I'm sorry, Bill.
Oh. I've done it myself. I love that we're having the interview continue while you're in the bathroom, because this is a first for Club Random. But I don't dislike it. I mean, Pete, not like Pete on camera.
He needs some milk.
Oh. And you're such a pro. Such a pro. No. There's no cameras in there that I know of. Such a pro. Oh.
Where do I start? Because I don't know if I should start with the MAGA folks getting all triggered and bent out of shape.
Fake news.
About something that I said about MAGA and Black MAGA and over the weekend on Bill Maher. Did you see it? If you didn't, then you need to click on it.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show. They did one thing, they did a sketch where Tom Hanks puts on a MAGA hat, so he's a Trumper, and then Keenan comes over to shake his hand, and he won't shake his hand.
Yeah.
Mr. Hanks, I would like to show you a more accurate portrayal of a Trump supporter. And feel free to take notes. 1 second.
I find that's so old. You know, I didn't vote for him, but if you think they don't shake black people's hands, it's just you're wrong. That's not who they are. So Kid Rock will shake your hand. It's just not helpful to like think that half the country that's where they are.
There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist.
Fake news.
Because I can see what is happening and I live in reality, it doesn't mean that I hate anyone. I don't hate anyone. I don't hate Donald Trump. I don't hate MAGA. There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist. Anyone. I don't hate Donald Trump. I don't hate MAGA.
Right.
But I understand that MAGA is based on you were not born in this country.
President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period. Now we all want to get back to making America strong and great again.
MAGA is based on Mexicans are rapists.
But Mr. Trump, I've got to ask you this.
Don, I think what's important for people to know is that my strength is jobs, the economy, making sure that China and OPEC and all of these countries that are laughing at us and ripping us off, they won't be doing it, believe me, if they have to deal with me. And this country can be rich again, it can be great again, but it's not going to be with this administration.
Okay, let me ask you this. I have to jump in here.
I mean, even now you bring up, Don, even now you bring up the birth.
Hang on.
Let's get off it.
Hang on.
I want to really get on to the most important subjects, which are jobs, which are, by the way, your gasoline is going to be costing you $5 a gallon, $6.07. And the problem I've had, Don, is that every time I go onto a show, the first thing, instead of talking about my strength, which is exactly that, and dealing with people so we become a rich country again, every time I go on, they start talking about the birther issue. And
I thank you for coming on.
Thank you very much.
And Mr. Trump, it just, maybe phrasing, you can phrase things a little bit differently. And,
well, I've done pretty well the way I phrase things. I've never been accused of phrasing things badly.
Yeah, I know, but when there are people who take offense to it in the culture, maybe it's something that you need to think about. That's all I'm saying is if you're running for president. If you're running for president of the United States, you have to be sensitive to all people here in the United States.
Well, I think I am sensitive to all people, and I think I have great relationships with all people. And the word racism has never entered at any time any sentence with respect to me, and I'm very proud of that.
No.
So the Obamas, what did you see that you want people to be reminded of?
I want to say that I don't think I would shake hands with him. I don't know. I would just, nope, couldn't do it. I'm not that big a person. Let me show you what I would have done. Okay, come here. Come here, Dom. Come here, Dom. Try to shake
poor
my
Don.
hand. Try to go.
You're petty and small.
I'm not petty and small. That's real, brother.
I mean, let's be honest. There's a huge faction of the MAGA movement that's really fucking racist.
Fake news.
I wouldn't say huge, no. I'd say
I would say huge.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have different perspectives.
And I would never say that all Republicans are racist, but if you are a racist and you're looking for a political party, this is the obvious choice.
Nigga is in every song, okay? People come up to me and go, Bill, you a nigga.
It's always Trump's supporters that are the racists. It's always Trump's supporters that are the cause of all this.
The left-wing media, as are Democrats, as is Joe Biden, as is Kamala Harris, they've convinced themselves that Donald Trump is a hateful racist. I can't remember which poll it was, but I think it was YouGov. 85% of Democrats, Lou, believe that Donald Trump is a racist.
So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right. And we have to start doing something about them. There is no travel ban on them. There is no ban on, they had the Muslim ban. There is no white guy ban. So what do we do about that?
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. It's just a goofy fucking name, okay? Hi, what's your name? Todd.
You're fucking a white male! You're a white man!
I don't think those people understand what DEI is. DEI is not the hiring of black people who are not qualified or
it can
people
be.
who are.
It's the
That's
hiring
not
of
what it's about.
unqualified people. That's what DEI is. And you don't think some black people are going to slip through the cracks? I'm sure there's a lot of white women slip through the cracks. Just look at Trump's detail when he got shot that day. Those women didn't even know how to holster their weapon after they pulled it. Yeah.
And Donald Trump doing something that is the most authoritarian thing that he has ever done. It should be frightening to everyone, even if you are a Donald Trump major MAGA supporter. This should be concerning to you, because one day there's going to be a Democrat that's back in the White House, or a Republican that is not so MAGA, and they may go in and overturn Donald Trump's pardons of all of those January 6th criminals, insurrectionists, treasonous traitors. And then how are you going to feel about that?
Can a pardon be revoked by another president?
Because one day there's going to be a Democrat that's back in the White House, and they may go in and overturn Donald Trump's pardons of all of those January 6th criminals, insurrectionists, treasonous traitors.
So, can another president revoke a previous presidential pardon? The answer is generally no. Once a pardon is delivered and accepted, it is considered final and cannot be revoked by a subsequent president.
And then how are you going to feel about that? Just remember, the tables are always turned. So, guys, look.
Fake news.
I thought about not even addressing this whole Bill Maher thing, but it just sort of chaps my hide sometimes.
Too much booty in the pants.
There's too much booty in the pants. Drop it. Too much booty in the drop it low. Too much booty in the pants. Bands. Work it, ain't no stopping. Keep on rocking.
Too much booty in the pants.
When the people who claim not to be, snowflakes and facts don't care about your feelings, when they get all ticked off and then they end up proving the point.
Right. It's been this wild downward spiral. And what's funny about all the people getting upset with you for saying that, they have a higher standard for you than their own president. Think about how in October of 2024, Donald Trump, who was running for president, said that any black person, any African American who doesn't vote for him needs their head examined. Think about that.
Kamala's migrant invasion, and that's what it is also devastating our great African American community, stealing American jobs, crushing wages, undercutting the voting power of our own citizens, and bringing drugs, crime, and death to our country because they have illegal immigrants coming in and taking their job. And I'll tell you what, any African American or Hispanic, and you know how well I'm doing there, that votes for Kamala, you got to have your head examined, because they are really screwing you. They are really screwing you. Right?
President said that any black person, any African American who doesn't vote for him needs their head examined.
Any African American or Hispanic that votes for Kamala, you got to have your head examined.
It's just a joke, for Christ's sakes. Get over it.
You got to have your head examined. They are really screwing you.
But if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Well, you know, there's also a man who ran for president that thought he was the gatekeeper of blackness and said that Kamala Harris just turned black.
Sir, do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
So a lot of the women that we spoke to said that it's time for black women to be able to see themselves represented in leadership. But it's time to put black women in those key roles and in those key positions.
And now she wants to be known as black.
That thought he was the gatekeeper of blackness and said that Kamala Harris just turned black.
Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
I know he said he's going to, select a woman as his VP. If that's not a black woman, I think it's going to be a problem.
And now she wants to be known as black. She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage.
California's Kamala Harris is the first Indian American U.S. Senator.
She was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black.
Certainly, you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
I didn't know she was black.
So I just put it out there. I just want to be very clear about it. If it's not a black woman, there's going to be problems.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you...
Well, you remember when Donald Trump said if he was going to run as president, he would run as a Republican because, I'm paraphrasing here, because they're so gullible, right?
Right.
That is absolutely false.
A meme being shared online claims to show a newspaper clipping quoting Trump from a 1998 People magazine interview where he disparaged Republican voters, saying, "If I were to run, I'd run as a Republican."
Well, you remember when Donald Trump said if he was going to run as president, he would run as a Republican. They're so gullible, right?
Right.
Verify searched for the quote and only found various fact checks debunking it.
They're so gullible, right?
Right.
The quote circulating on social media is fabricated.
They're so gullible, right?
Right.
So that's him.
It has been 1 month since the President of the United States falsely tweeted that former President Barack Obama wiretapped him. 1 month later, the White House and the President are still trying to make a lie true.
This whole thing absolutely stinks. This is an outrage. It vindicates Donald Trump. It shows you that he was right when he said that he was being wiretapped at Trump Tower.
The week before that, it was Representative Devin Nunes' clumsy effort to give the president cover for wiretapping claims.
He attacked people who told the truth. Remember when he verbally attacked Devin Nunes for the Nunes memo? Mm-hmm. Well, now we have the IG report and we find out Devin Nunes' memo was absolutely right and Schiff's memo was a total fraud.
The president said he was vindicated by Nunes. He was not.
How they were wrong to slam Republican Devin Nunes for his 2018 memo warning about the deep state. Turns out Devin Nunes was right.
The president said he was vindicated by Nunes. He was not.
Sam, your reaction to what the media was wrongfully saying about Devin Nunes?
Well, I think they have a lot of egg on their face on this one. They didn't listen and they didn't pay attention to the facts. And then the Nunes memo came out and it was very well done and it's been vindicated.
I'm just going to speak from the heart here. What we have witnessed was a total eclipse of the facts. There is no evidence that backs up the president's original claim. And on this program tonight, we will not insult your intelligence by pretending otherwise, nor will we aid and abet the people who are trying to misinform you, the American people, by creating a diversion. Not going to do it.